1, 2, 3, 4. Okay guys, welcome back to the Forensic Detailing channel. How are you doing? Today we're going to be taking a look at Carbon Collective Ultimus snow foam. Just notice there's no Carbon Collective branding on that bottle, which is interesting. You should always get your brand on there, shouldn't you? Doesn't even say the word Carbon Collective. Sorry, just sidetracked. So what is it? Ultimus Plus, sounds like a transformer, is a powerful concentrated snow foam formulated to strip the toughest winter grime build-up, which I like, while providing the same dense foam and cling as expected from Ultimus. That must be their normal snow foam. Use our HD snow foam lance. I did have that, I gave it away, which is quite a cool snow foam lance actually. It's really unique, looks really cool as well. Use their HD snow foam lance for maximum effect. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? But that's just like a little plug for their snow foam lance, I think. The vehicle should be foamed and left to dwell before hand washing. Yeah, and rinsed off before hand washing. Use 50ml for weekly dirt build-up, 100ml for monthly build-up, 200ml for decontamination before detailing. Sorry about the sniffs. What's the problem with this? Well, lots of lances are a different capacity. So their lance may be a litre. So they may have done this for their lance. You might have a 500 mil lance. So if you're reading that, you just think, oh, well, I'll use 50ml for weekly build-up, but you're actually using twice the amount you should be because you don't know what your total amount is. Again, this is why I think PIR is just the way forward. But yeah. Directions. Apply with our HD lance. Well, okay. So, right, I don't have the HD lance, so I can't follow the instructions. So if I have any problems and I don't like the product, can I return it or anything like that? Because I'm not following the instructions. You know, you don't have to apply it with the HD lance. I'm being pedantic. You have to go, when you're looking at this, you go into pedantic mode. That's how you do it. Spraying from the top to bottom. You know, all of that top to bottom, bottom to top stuff, whatever. Allow, you know, whatever, it doesn't make any difference. Allow foam to dwell for 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, you should always put in there, do not allow foam to dry, I think. Do not wash in direct sunlight, but you know, you can. Just don't allow the foam to dry. Rinse the vehicle with copious amounts of water until the water runs clean. That's good advice, actually. Yeah, there's a strange thing here on pH, giving you pH levels at 5 to 6 litres per minute and pH level at 7 to 10 litres per minute. What's the relevance of that? Why do you need to include that? I've never seen that included before. What does it matter if it's 10.9 pH at that flow rate and 10.6 at that flow rate? You know, people just get spooked by pH. You could have a snow foam wash with a nice mild detergent in there, but a huge amount of IPA, not that you would. IPA is pH 7. So if you took the pH, it would be like virtually pH neutral, the whole thing. And you think, oh, that's a nice mild product. No, because it's got IPA in it, which you can get in some detergents. But it's just an example that really pH is meaningless when you've got a blend of different materials in there in terms of its effect. You can also have, you can start with a really caustic, high alkaline base, and you could then start your blend with that really high caustic alkaline base and then start balancing out all your pHs with other materials, and end up with something that's quite close to pH neutral, maybe just one side up or down on the scale, you know, but actually be quite a caustic mix. So this pH thing, I don't know, it's an industry thing and a lot's made of it. And people still say, oh, you've got to be careful. This is a high pH. It's going to strip my wax or something. You can't tell from that pH what's going on with the chemical. You cannot tell. Okay, let's just go and use this. This is at the upper end of the concentration, closer to 1 to 4, you know, something like that, which is at the upper end of the thing. So let's put this out. The car is dirty, but it's going to look pretty clean. Let's go. Well, it's nice and thick. It would be thicker as well. This isn't the maximum concentration. It's very thick, a nice dry foam actually. Oh, it's stalling a little bit of water there. Lovely foam. I'm just gonna really like the foam. Incredibly thick. Don't put too much on. Don't go mad. That's crazy thick. It's really thick, that is. But it's like, it ain't moving, which I like. Like a moose. It's good, that is. Ooh, let's get this front bit a little bit better. Here we go, down here. Down there, lovely foam. Done. God, that's really nice foam. Really nice. I had the lance full, I've probably used about half of it, a little bit more. Well, probably used about 500 mil there, which is quite a lot. You could use less, you could do it with about 300 odd mil. That is clinging, stuck onto there like an Alabama tick. I am in direct sunlight, but it's winter sunlight and it's not hot, it's freezing. So haven't got to worry about this drying really. Just like that cling, just doesn't move. Really impressed with that. I'll just do some nice little, let's pan out. Doug, love that. That's not moving at all. Really like that. Really, that's like, foam doesn't really matter. I know it's going to get upset a few, it doesn't really matter. But that foam is really good. Normally by now you see it kind of move around a little bit and separate. That ain't going anywhere. So what I'll do is wait for 5 to 10 minutes. Interested to see what the foam looks like in 10 minutes time. Got a feeling it's not going to change too much. We'll come back. We'll come back. Doug. Okay, back. I've just been shooting some thumbnail shots. The clingage on this snow foam is unreal. I don't think I've ever seen one cling like that. That is unreal. It's just not moving. It does help that I don't have any like hydrophobic protection on it or anything. But normally that would be sliding off now slowly. It's just not moving. A little bit at the back here, look. I suppose that's a bit of an angle. Don't know though, that's really good. That's ready to be rinsed off. So, do you want to see it? Let's rinse it off. Never seen one cling like that. Maybe the only other one that I've seen that has that real thick gel-like quality is, there's loads of foamy ones, but the Wax Planet 8 Below sort of had some really good cling like that. Right, I'm just doing my extension arm. Actually, that's not a good idea when I've got one hand with the camera. Oh, for God's sakes. Bloody phone filming. Right, let's just rinse this off. One day I'll wash a car without having to hold a camera. Right, here we go. It's nice. Be really careful when you're rinsing like a thick film like that. Because sometimes you think it's rinsed, but there's more. So if you ever keep rinsing and you see more whiteness and bubbles, then it's not rinsing properly and you're going to have white stains. But that's lovely. It's peeling off the car quite nice. Really. Car's pretty clean. Little bits of it. Just had a turbo YouTube wash. What do you mean YouTube wash, John? It means you're focusing more on the footage than you are doing a good job. This is a YouTube wash. Need a decent rinse. I think the rinse on it's pretty good. Considering it's so concentrated, you know how much, we've put quite a lot of product on there. The cling is amazing though. Normally now with all that water running down, see that? That would be washing all that off. One of the best clinging snow foams I think I've seen. Which is quite good. Some heavy road film in there that's not shifted. Right. Lovely. That's a lovely little pre-wash. Now that car is in a perfect situation to be contact washed. You can see I've got no protection at all. Look. Nothing. Still water film there. So that's good. That'll lead me on to my next video. Now, let's talk about the interesting stuff. Let's talk about the interesting stuff here. Now, when I open this lid here now, I get that little crunch of all those salt acids, sodium products, and then I get the schnozzle in. The schnozzle is very important. I think this, and this is just my opinion, you know, I'm just guessing, speculating, but there is some sodium-based stuff, maybe some sodium hydroxide in that. And that's not always bad. We've talked about sodium hydroxide. My take on it is I don't want to be using it on my car every single time. You know, use it appropriately because it's a caustic alkaline that attacks, you know, that attacks contamination and debris and all that sort of stuff. But it's the sort of thing that if you're using it, if you used it consistently for 20 years on a car, and then for that 20 years you had the same car and you'd used a pH neutral mild soap, you might see a difference. Sometimes when you see clear coat failure, especially abroad where products are allowed to dry, you often see it near the windscreen wiper squirters where the you know, like the coolant and the alcohol solvent in the windscreen wiper, the cheap windscreen wipers, constantly drying over years on the same area, the little arc, and that's where you can get clear coat failure. So harsh chemicals can, over time, deteriorate clear coat. The thing is, if you're a professional detailer, you need that chemical kick sometimes to get things clean. But perhaps as a guy at home who's really into maintaining your car, you want to avoid certain things. Anyway, that could all be speculation because I don't know what's in this product. What I can say about Ultimus is the user experience of it is very, very good. It's not scented as far as I can smell, so there's no like strawberry scent or anything like that. But the foam is lovely for that high ratio. I'm using it towards the higher end of its usage ratio, so about 1:4, 1:5. 1:4, I think is its maximum, 200 mil to 800 mil in a lance, which is 1:4, isn't it? So when you do that, you get this foam that's incredibly solid and static and doesn't seem to slide off the car and forms a really nice film. So the user experience is great. The cleaning power is good. I've gone through half of this bottle. I've been using it over the winter a few times. I've used it at lower ratios, I've used it at higher ratios. It seems to cut into the dirt quite well. Is it the most powerful that I've used? Perhaps not. There is one problem though, ultimately, with Ultimus, and that is the price. This particular product, you should always buy snow foams in 5 litre bottles, because if you're using 200 ml for its heavy usage, you buy a litre of it, that's 5 washes. You're gone, you know, you blast through the product. So you'd buy 5 litres of this product. Unfortunately, it costs $69.99 at the moment I shoot this video for 5 litres of this Ultimus Plus snow foam. I have to be honest, that's beyond what I will pay for a snow foam. And I think it's beyond what a lot of people will pay. Now, Carbon Collective, for me as a brand, are very good. They have a lot of potential. When I see Carbon Collective products, I get a little bit excited. I think they're quite well packaged. They have a good range. They're kind of ceramic coating orientated, aren't they? But they've got good branding. And I found most of their products good desirability, very good microfiber cloths actually. You can tell a lot from a brand with their microfiber, because you can go cheap, can't you? You could go cheap on microfiber, and lots of people wouldn't even know. They just buy a pack of it. But if a brand's microfiber is top quality, it tells me they usually care. So the Carbon Collective stuff is really, really good, really well branded. But I think you have to get your prices sensible. And £70 for 5 litres of pre-wash, which is a product you go through a lot, I don't think your professional detailers are going to use it at that price. Could be wrong. Some people will tell me in the comments that they do, but I would struggle to afford to at that cost. Guys at home, there are a few that might pay that sort of money, but I think you need to be competitive. You need to look at all of those other prices of pre-wash products, and you need to get close to them. If you're massively over them, it's hard. It is really hard to justify it. And that's my biggest problem with Ultimus. One of the best clean snow foams I've seen, but it's just a little bit on the pricey side for me. So that's my review. Thank you very much for watching. This was sent to me free of charge by Carbon Collective. So I'm giving you, hopefully giving you my, honest thoughts. I can't love everything, and I can't say, yeah, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to use that now, because I won't be. And then you get, you're just into the realms of BSing people. So that product perhaps isn't for me, mainly because of the cost. I need my snow foam at that usage ratio to be closer to £30, maybe a little bit higher, 30 to 35, and I would consider it. But there you go, good stuff, but a bit pricey. Doug.